Cavalry Club Scrims Platinum Division. Mosaic with the fat shatter coming in. That's 1, 2. Make it another. That's a quadruple, folks. They can't send it in the Diva Bomb. Quadruple kill! Comes the Nano Rhyme, Mew Mew Kitty doing work. Ooh, somebody give me a clothespin. That was a stinky play. Onbreaker with the fat shatter, leaning up the payload. It is cleaning up the backline. Healers down. Tanks are down. DPS down. Ice break on the devil herself. That's 2. Reaper trying to get away, but no bueno. Getting into that backline, trying to keep them from pushing in. I have to say, Tincy's Winston does not monkey around.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday night edition of the O.C.C. Scrims Platinum Division, as you heard earlier in that video. And tonight we are going to be watching Monarch vs. Aether. Tonight I am joined here by Amara, but I am the Loud T-Rex. Mara, how are you doing tonight?
Have you made sure I'm not muted on the stream, Loudrex?
I have, actually.
Then I am doing fantastic!
I have absolutely made sure of that one. Ah, man. My personal little blunders. Well, it's good to hear that you're going. And now Monarch is going to be going against Aether. So these two are still fighting for that third place spot. I know they've been having a little bit of a rough time during the season. There are, and those of you at home are going to be seeing a little bit more in terms of fills here. Star-Lord is going to be coming in. Those of you who do know, Star-Lord predominantly played in the Gold Division, moved up to Platinum, and is now the captain in waiting of the new Platinum Team 404. And then we're also going to be seeing Ikeo. I think it's Ikeo and Astrin from Monarch coming in, or from Frost coming in to help.
As well as Zentoxin, correct?
Oh, that's right. Zen is part of the O.C.C. team. So, here we go. First map of the night is going to be Oasis. So, Oasis 2CP map. A lot of movement, no solid lines. Amara, you are a Farah main. So, Tell me what you got from your DPS perspective.
You know, as Pharah, it's kind of hit or miss just because of how open the middle area of this map is, because if the enemy has a really good hit scan, you can be just totally screwed. That being said, though, there is places to hide, and Pharah can be super flanky here, and if they don't have that really destroy you on Pharah.
Ooh, you cut out there, homie.
Oh, well. This is a good Pharah map.
No, I heard up to it. It was up to a certain point. But I think there's so many open sight lines, especially if you do have a good hit scan that could get himself into the high ground. It becomes almost a nightmare, doesn't it?
It is, and you know, if they don't have that good hit scan, then you can just rain free as Pharah, just because you can go over all the roofs, you can hide behind a lot of things, you can flank pretty hard, but that one hit scan, and you're getting knocked out of the sky just because it's so open.
Oh, and this is going to be kind of weird. There is going to be that 3-2-1 composition coming in here on the side of Monarch, with Ikkyo not playing his traditional Zarya role that we do see him in Frost. So here they go. That battle is going, and Bravery is going on the hamster, but he's got to be careful. He is going to get anti-nated, and that's going to be absolutely huge. The 2-2-2 composition is coming in, though, on the side of Aether. So Aether still running around looking to try to get a pick, and Shazam does manage to take out Sora. So that's going to be a relatively powerful pick here, while Lucifer is going to be playing on his Junkrat, looking to try to get in a little bit of zone denial, looking to try to see who he can finish off, and the battle's still going underway towards the end of this, but it's still going to be Aether who does land his first blow, and they are going to cap this point. Ooh, and that D-Mech under Shazam is absolutely nutty. Here we go. The battle is starting off one more time. Ikkyo, though, is still in that foreground. I think he's just trying to put a little bit of pressure, but Ruby managing to get that solid anti-nade.
You know, trying to put pressure when the enemy team is already capped the point and your team is all out isn't probably the best play. You want to try to put that pressure on there, letting your team come back so you can finish the cap, because the odds of you getting taken out, which we saw there, before they get back and you can retake the point.
Alrighty, so here they go one more time. Oh, and that's going to be huge there if they can get the pick here on Star-Lord. Star-Lord getting isolated, but does get that backup, and now it is going to be the Battle of the Rhine. Star-Lord does end up missing it, while Lucifer does get the pick here on Sora. And it's just an absolute brawl as the ultimate is dropped here by Central Time. Shazam still trying to hold on to that high ground. Bravery's got to be careful, though, when getting into that fight, and here comes a high noon from Xanthoxin. Oh, and Krowski does get the Deadeye to the forehead. That's going to be the end of that. And Ikkyo does make the trade over to the Zarya. However, it seems like it's going to be an Onagoats coming out here on the side of Monarch.
You know, the Aether came out originally, and they had this. They have the 2-2-2, right?
Right.
So they came out with the ball 3 DPS comp, and they switched, which was a big play. They just need to play as a...
Alrighty, so here they go, and they've got to be careful with who they're going to get for this one. Ikkyo might be out of position here. He is running really low, and Astron trying to do everything to try to keep him alive, but Lucifer just has way too much damage coming into their way. Astron does get cornered off here, and it's going to be the end of that. There is still a Lucio here by Krowski to try to keep things going. The bomb does come out, and Bravery is going to have to walk slowly. So it's going to be 3 trying to go against an entire team of 6. And unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough. Astron having to try to jump in to try to delay, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be the end of that, and that's going to be Aether getting the first point here.
And my bad, it was Monarch that was on the triple DPS, not Aether.
It was who?
But it was Monarch on the triple DPS. Running the ball triple DPS with the 2 heals is a big comp we've been seeing a lot lately, but you have to play it right. And going against the 2-2-2, they just couldn't do it. So they switched to goats, and I think it was a good switch to make, and I think they can take this point with it.
All right. So, I mean, that's the thing, though. I think they took a little too long to switch to the goats, don't you think?
I think a big part of that was just not getting out quick enough on the Genji.
Right, that Genji did end up making a few questionable plays there in order to make some things happen. So here...
At least he can play it. I cannot. So.
Hey, listen, I got a Genji play of the game the other day, okay? I'm proud.
Hey, me too. Me too. Thank you, Eternal, for grabbing 6 people.
Alrighty, so with that shout out, here we go. Zentoxin is going to be playing that hit scan. Shazam is going to be running here as the Zarya, but Sora does have him cornered. That's going to be the end of that. A solid pick here on the side of Monarch, and they may be able to finish this one out, yet with all of their abilities intact. Ruby is just in the worst place possible. Does manage to stay alive, though, and it's going to be Monarch getting control of this point first.
So, you know, when Aether came in, they split up a lot, and that can work if you can get your hit scan on the high ground or even your Junkrat, but splitting up like that against the comp that Monarch is running, they got picked and they got separated and there was nothing they could do.
Right. So here we go. Bravery's got to be careful. His shield is almost down. Has to play this mind game. Does have the ability to do it, but who will get it? Star-Lord or Bravery? Oh, here comes a Riptire from Lucifer. Krosky unable to do much of anything against that, and here it comes. Just the barrage of people coming in. Mosaic does get demeched, and that's going to be the end of that, folks.
Oh, you hate to see a diva die by jumping off. But yes, that Junkrat out was big. It kept Krosky from contesting the point. It kept Krosky from booping people, and it's a really good ult in his build against this Goats comp.
Alrighty, so here they go once again, and that's going to be Bravery leading the charge here, trying to get some sort of space, while Aztrin is going to be behind him, trying to help in some sort of way. Zentoxin does have that ultimate available, and there goes Star-Lord getting a big pick. So that's going to be a defensive ult here on the side of Monarch. Zentoxin unable to do much of anything as he gets nothing but golden orbs to the forehead. That's going to be what finishes him off there, and Aether getting kicked off of here as Akuma is going to be the last one to die out. And here we go, 50% to 31. It is still anyone's game. We're still here really, really early.
It is, you know, Aether's coming in and they're able to take the point when they have the ult economy, but when they don't have that, being split up is really hurting them against this Goats comp, like I said earlier. So, you know, that's one way to play it with ult economy, but it's a dangerous way to play it if you ask me.
Alrighty, so here we go. Graviton does come out. It's going to be absolutely huge play. Oh, no. Here it comes. Oh, that's going to be 2 here from Mosaic. Taking out Zentoxin and Shazam. And the battle is still underway. Star-Lord has got to be careful. Doesn't have the backup for a great chunk of the team. However, Ikeo doesn't have any real form of protection. That hammer down did manage to land one. And now Star-Lord is finding his way onto the team with Central Time helping him push in the foreground. Sora coming in to try to help out, and the DMAC comes out against Mosaic. Lucifer, though, is able to jump in and help out. The pick comes out on Sora, and it's still not over 99 to 32%. Aether has got to play perfectly.
Now, I think going to the Pharah, even though I don't usually like to see Pharah and Junkrat on the same team, it's great for this map, and there's nothing to counter the Pharah except for the Diva, and if Diva's getting melted by the Junkrat, then there's no way she's going to contest the Pharah.
Those, like, all these little tight corridors make explosives just really, really frustrating to deal with, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, going against a Pharah in these tight corridors, there's only so many directions you can go. You can't go underneath because you have 2 doors to come out and a hole in the middle, and she's just going to barrage that with rockets and ult if she has it. And coming through the other ways, you risk getting booped one way and you risk small doorways on the other. So having both of these DPS is actually, in my opinion, really good on this map, and I like seeing it against this Ghost comp.
Ooh, and those of you who were watching, I did have the camera on Zentoxin getting that 1000 IQ pick here on Ikeo. That is just unfortunate. You totally hate to see it. So here they go. Oh, and that anti-nade's going to be huge here. Sora is going to get melted. Central Time does get that pick, and Aether is finding their stride right now. The hammer down does come in. Oh, Zentoxin, though, with a huge ultimate, managing to at least take out Bravery. And Mosaic does get put to sleep here. Krosky is trying to stay alive and at least onto the point, but it might not be enough. That is 1 Lucio and 1 Diva against the entirety of Aether. So that ultimate does come out for Message, trying to hold on for just a little bit longer, jumping on in, trying to get some sort of value, but it's not going to be enough with just Zentoxin throwing all of this damage everywhere. Bravery does get taken out by Central Time, And even though Astrid is doing everything humanly possible, he's just gonna get demolished by the Star-Lord himself. The ultimate is popped out here by the Brigitte, but this bomb is going to be coming out here to ensure a quick and simple death. That's going to be it. Aether takes this one home.
Oh, that tire was so beautiful. He went right by the Zarya to go after the Brig, and with the enemy Zarya coming at him, that took Zarya off the point and just couldn't get back in time. Pharah is Bay.
Pharah is totally Bay. And he made it work, man. He really did.
And I love that this was the play of the game because a lot of people don't hold stock in solo ulting, but we saw that D.Va get ulted by the Shatter, and that kept anything other than a flimsy Rhine shield, which isn't much against a rocket barrage. There's nothing. So that was a huge pick there that took out the main tank, and then they just had to stagger in after that. And so I'm really glad that was play of the game. That shows big plays on both the Rhine and the Pharah's part, even though Pharah's better.
So okay, answer me something. I feel like a lot of people have this tendency to believe that your ultimate needs to be saved for, you know, some of this, I don't know, like they think it should be saved for like 4 or 5 people. But honestly, I don't think people realize how important it is to just get 1 or 2. You don't have to, you know, if you can guarantee the kill on, say, a tank, or if you can guarantee the kill on a healer, I feel like that, you know, just being able to get that much value is extremely important.
Absolutely, and sometimes you don't even have to get anybody at all. McCree ult can be used to make space. D.Va ult can be used to make space. It doesn't matter if anybody gets killed. You can force out a trans with a barrage or a blade and then grab. You don't even have to get one person on some ults, but in terms of needing that 4 or 5 or 6 person ult, if that's how Papa Jeff intended for us to play the game with ults that affect 5 people, we'd still have OG Mercy Res. So I think it's fair to say that as long as your ult helps your team overall, that it's safe to go ahead and use it. And if you're getting ults fast enough, which you should be, as Pharah and Junkrat against goats, you can afford to use it as much as you want. Same thing with Mercy when you're in a dive. I can get Mercy ult once or twice every fight just by staying on my Winston. And so if you can get your ult, then you can use your ult. And if you wait all game, you could lose a tick or 2 or 3 or the entire game. So it's just really not worth it to wait for those big, huge combos, even though they look really good.
Right. I mean, the one thing I do enjoy about Overwatch as a whole is that it's very nuanced. You do have to consider a lot of the options when you're making these moves. But it's, as you said, sometimes really it's just all about making the proper space to either allow the team to, you know, to move to A, B, or C location, or if you just need that one kill. Let's say you just have, I don't know, that one Pharah that's just, you know, absolutely nutty. You know, say she's playing off at some random corner. You do get that one pick. Forcing the 5v6 is a lot more detrimental than people, than some people understand.
Absolutely, and I think Zen is one of those big ones that if you can solo ult that Zen, or you can go for that Zen and force out that trans, that opens you up to Blade, grab Dragon. It opens you up to so many things, and you don't even have to kill him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think there are times you want to save your ults for the big plays. When you want to regroup, you want to do that last minute grab Dragon, try to win the game. But for the most part, if you're going to wait all game for that, then go quick play.
Oh, and I'm seeing this bunker composition coming on in. Sora is going to be staying on it. So let's see what Aether's going to do to try to go around that. They are trying to get a little bit of space here while Xanthoxin is considering just what he's going to be playing. He is going to be on that Junkrat, so that might be extremely helpful for the entirety of the team. I like the way, though, they're moving right now, as Lucifer is going to be on his Genji, something I haven't seen in God knows how long. There is going to be movement, though, by Monarch. They are going to try and get an alternate form of this high ground, but Bravery does take out Star-Lord. That's going to be a main tank pick, and that's going to be absolutely huge, as Sora is going to stay on that Bastion, but Xanthoxin able to put in a little bit of this pressure, and I'm seeing a little bit of disarray here on the side of Monarch. They are kind of running around a little aimlessly, trying to figure out what angle to try to get to. However, they do manage to go in for a solid regroup, and Sora is back in a turret form, able to take out Ruby. Oh, and that's going to be huge for anyone caught in a terrible spot. However, They're still pushing their way on in. Shazam does have that low ground. And Shazam managing to demech Ikio. That's going to be absolutely huge as we're going to get ready for this next fight.
You know, the Symmetra play there was absolutely beautiful. They switched high ground, and it's hard to rotate on this point just because you have to, without that sim and without characters that can get up there on their own, you have to walk up the stairs. I think the sim here is phenomenal. I haven't seen that with this particular comp before, but the bunker comp in this spot is becoming extremely popular, and I think I'm going to have to try playing sim next time I do it.
Your Symmetra. It's still one of the characters I still can't learn how to play her. I really want you to know that. So
I got you, boo. I got you. I will teach you.
The way. Show me the way.
Don't even click. You hold down. You just hold down the button.
Alrighty, so that battle is still underway, and great job here from Monarch, able to move. Oh, that's going to be a huge one. Great job, though. Oh, my God. These ultimates are just coming in absolutely clutch. Sora, though, still alive, and Lucifer looking for this opportunity to go ahead and melt a face. Sora, though, getting the backup here from the Mercy. That's going to be extremely huge here. Does get taken out, though, and it seems that Aether really is able to make it work. Krosky, though, able to really help stall for the long run. Mosaic trying to weave in and out of his shield to try to hold on, but it's not going to be enough. Mongos comes up here from Bravery, and Star-Lord does have his ultimate available. Astrid in a terrible spot. Does pop in his amplification matrix. Oh, no! And the death comes in. That's going to be absolutely nutty, and it doesn't seem like Aether is able to figure out just exactly how they're going to win this. Ikio, though, still on the point. The picks are coming in, though, in favor of Aether, and Sora does shift over into his turret form, does get taken out, and that's going to be it. Aether is going to manage to beat that bunker comp.
You know, this is one of those points I was talking about a minute ago. Sometimes you just have to stall for time, and that was a great example of that. Just coming in one at a time. When someone says die on point, that doesn't mean, oh, let's all three of us, because everybody else is dead, run on point and die at once. It means we each need to get on point, we each need to die at once to try to bring that timer down as much as we can, and that's what they did, and that's going to give them a huge advantage if they can take the point faster than that when it's their turn.
Alright, so Lucifer does have his dragons, and I say that with an I-N-Z. Manages to get a kill as Mosaic does finish off Star-Lord, and that's going to be Bravery still up in that front line. Does get taken out, though, by Central Time. Good Lord, Akuma is feeling it right now, Mr. Krabs. However, it seems that Sora is going to get taken out, but not before taking out two here on the side of Aether, and Lucifer may be in a terrible spot. He is going to get caught, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be completely out of position as Aether's going to start getting ready to start onto their next push.
You know, Akuma already has 56% back to ult. He was able to get in, do damage, and get out. The only downside to that is his team wasn't all there to push the payload, but now the enemy team isn't all there to stop it.
Oh, and it's just an absolutely nutty mess. Here it comes. The ultimate does come on out, and it seems that Krosky's just going to go a little bit of a Battle Mercy for a few seconds trying to get a pick, but here we go, seeing it from his point of view, and it's just absolute nonsense. Here comes that ultimate from the Diva. Oh, and Shazam does manage to land the pick here, and that's going to be absolutely huge with one of your main healers completely out of commission. Astrid is going to be the remaining healer, but he's going to get dove. That's going to be the end of that. And it seems that it's going to be Monarch going to get sent reeling once again.
So the big thing about running dive on this particular portion of the map is you have to maintain that high ground. And we keep seeing Brave getting caught out because he's playing on the ground by the payload. And you can't stay that way when you're playing Monkey and Diva and this dive comp. And so not having the high ground is splitting them up, and it's costing them team fights.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I always feel like, we'll talk about that in a minute. So that ultimate does come out. Mosaic getting absolutely deleted. Here comes Sora, though, trying to be the hero. That's one, taking out Ruby. Looking for another one on Zen. Zen getting taken out as well, and it seems Central Time is going to try to back off here, and they're holding on to the point for just a little bit longer. Lucifer, though, is going to get in some serious pancakes, does get taken out, and that's going to be it here. Monarch managing to hold them off, and they're pushing them back.
That's a good hold, and they're about to come up on a second and maybe even a third and fourth ult, which should help them keep this point. You know, it was a good push in that, and Astrid coming in with that Zen ult really allowed the team to come back, take the point, and let's see if they can hold it.
All right, so here they go. We're seeing it Zentoxin trying to have a little bit of air superiority, but knows that there's a lot that he has to deal with. So Ruby does nano boost Star-Lord, and that might be absolutely huge, but he has no defense against the monkey. Here comes that ultimate. Great job there, though, by Central Time, giving the healers just a little bit extra health to keep them going. The res does come in from Krosky, and here it comes. Shazam dropping that ultimate one more time, getting that D-Mech. But it seems like it's going to be Aether still holding on. 3 remaining members of Monarch are still able to try to just stall as much as humanly possible. But Mosaic and Krosky can only do so much. They don't manage to hold on to the point, and that's going to be Aether able to push it in with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining.
Sora's doing a lot of work on the Genji, but I think they really need to get off this dive, especially on this other point, because they're just not diving as a group, and that's the whole point of dive, to go in as a group, and not going in and not maintaining high ground ultimately cost them a point, even though they held it a really long time, and they did make the switch, and I think that's going to be a lot better for them, and I think they could probably hold this last point.
Ooh, alrighty, so here they go. One more time, Zentoxin did make that switch over to the Hanzo, so that's going to be some solid damage there. Lucifer trying to go in for what might be a few cheeky picks. He does have his ultimate available, and I think he's just waiting on the enemy team to look just the absolute wrong way. That's a very, very long flank, but that's gonna be what ends it for everyone. Unbelievable! Managing to land 3. Oh, you gotta watch out for that, man. As long as
I'd just like to say, Akuma, you go back and watch this. I'm proud of you for getting in the backline and ulting, and not getting in the backline and waiting 3 minutes and ulting. Make me proud. That was a beautiful ult.
But that ult, the battle's still going on. Bravery does get taken out, and Krosky switching over to the Moira. That's just going to be an absolute brawl here on the point. Sora does have that ult, looking to try to take down Lucifer. We're seeing a lot of blue here. Shazam does manage to pick up 2 kills. That's going to be absolutely huge. We're pushed on into the overtime. Central Time looking to try to stall out for just a little bit longer, but there might not be enough for them to hold on. Shazam still just trying to get in onto the point. That ultimate does come on out, and unfortunately, despite Aether's best efforts, they do not finish the map.
And somebody in chat is asking, did anyone in Plat ever watch his Gold games? Akuma is absolutely famous for flanking and McCree ulting. And that is where that comment came from. And for those of you that remember, the little jab at him came from a wonderful game on Watchpoint Gibraltar.
One of my favorite memories was I think honestly it was my first time playing, and I had played against him, and like it was just knowing what Akuma wants when I don't see him. I think it's my absolute favorite thing.
That applies to a lot of McCrees. If you don't see them in the fight, please expect an ult. And if
yeah.
you don't see them in the fight for 3 minutes, expect an ult and wonder if it's Akuma on a Smurf account.
All jokes aside, yes, that is absolutely huge and important. If you do not see that McCree in that firefight, there is a great chance he's looking to set up that high noon. And if you are not ready, oh, you're caught with your pants down. There's nothing you can do there.
Absolutely. And McCree can build ults so fast, especially against a diva. And getting in that backline, it's a long walk around, so you should have the time to see him not coming, but coming. You're not gonna see him, but you should expect it.
But that's the thing, though. It happens. It happens all the time. Sometimes, like, you're so into the fight, you're going at it, and you don't think to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just like, okay. Then you hear the high noon. You're looking around, right behind you. That's it.
Exactly.
That's all she wrote. So we are going to have this Far Mercy composition starting off here, looking to try to get a lot of this aerial superiority. There is not a lot of countering against it. Central Time, though, trying to do a great job, or actually doing a great job at putting a little bit of pressure there on Mosaic. And that's going to be huge here as Bravery does get taken out. But Monarch not risking it all just yet. They are going to go ahead and back it off. They know they don't need to overcommit if they don't have to.
Exactly. I'm excited to see how this May is going to play out, but Central Time being on that high ground, he knew exactly where to throw that immortality field, and he knew exactly when to get off of the high ground and back up, and I think that's a big part of playing Baptiste.
Ooh, but the pick does come on in, and Sora does find Zentox, and that's going to be huge here. Shazam does get taken out, and Lucifer does manage to hold on for just a little bit longer. Ooh, and that's going to be it. The time bank is going to be in favor of Monarch for this next push.
That pick at the beginning on who was it that killed Zentoxin?
It was Sora.
Sora. That was an excellent kill. It helped them take the fight. Just sometimes there's nothing you can do about getting caught out. A big thing here though is Akuma did come in and switch off the Mei. Mei's great, but with so many different directions to walk and doorways to go through on this map, especially the second point, it's really hard to separate the team effectively, especially when you have so many characters that can get up in the sky like the Hanzo and the Pharah.
Oh, and that's good. The Central Time has got to be careful because right now Sora has their numbers and Toxin does get taken out, but Lucifer getting the McRight click, doing some solid work here, is about to get taken out, managing to stay alive. So here it comes as Monarch is trying to hold on. Star-Lord, though, getting saved by Central Time, and that's going to be absolutely huge. He is trying to put a little bit of pressure here against Bravery. Mosaic, though, with a triple kill. Unbelievable work here, managing to clear this. And here it goes. It's going to be Zentoxin and Central Time having to back off, knowing they cannot win this fight.
You know, that Pharah coming in just a little bit past the enemy Ryan allowed her to bypass the shield, but also the enemy team had a Baptiste in front of them. So they were just trying to shoot through the Baptiste ult. You don't expect that to come in. You can't focus on everything, and you certainly can't aim in two blades at once. And a beautiful Pharah ult.
Alrighty, so here we go. Star-Lord at it once again, but he's got to be careful. That Discord Orb is going to cost a lot more damage than he wants. Immortality Field does come in. Great job there by Ruby, able to keep the team alive for just a little bit longer, but Sora did manage to take out Star-Lord. And now it just seems that Monarch right now is asserting their dominance. Ikeo does take out Lucifer, and whoever is left here on the side of Aether's looks like they may be able to hold on for just a little bit longer. Ruby trying to put a little pressure here on Astrid, does get taken out by Bravery, and with Krosky bringing back Mosaic, that's going to be an a completely decisive grab here by Monarch.
You know, like I said earlier, coming in and doing those little one-person stalls when they were on the defensive, look at their time bank. They have 4.5 minutes to beat 0 seconds. And they don't even have to take it all the way. They have to take it almost all the way. So they're doing an excellent job. They just need to keep moving as a group, and they should be able to take the point really quickly. The enemy team just needs to focus down that Pharah, and with 2 hit scans, they should be able to do it pretty easily.
Ooh, so here they go, and Lucifer does get caught by Mosaic, knows what he's looking for, does manage to take him out. Great combo there by Krosky and Mosaic. So they are at their last legs. Thank you for the new follower, Lettuce30, for that. The ultimate does come out, though, and Star-Lord, completely unfortunate for him, as it seems that Aether's able to really make some solid work here. Bobo getting pushed out, but it doesn't matter. Bob really able to get in and look to try to get some picks. That Bob from Zentoxin came in absolutely clutch, as the entirety of Aether is able to get back in onto the point to try to hold on for a little bit longer. 3 minutes and 35 seconds and counting.
I think that was an excellent use of knowing when not to over-ult. They had 6 ults there. They could have used them all. They just used Bob, and that was enough. And I love seeing teams manage their ults correctly like that, because that very easily could have been a 6 ult fight.
Right. So here they go, getting ready to get in this fight, and Zentoxin trying to hold on to that high ground, but Mosaic has his number, and that could be what spells death for him. So Central Time trying to be an issue. Great job by Zentoxin, able to pick up 2. And if he can pick up this one, that's going to be the end of that. I do not like Ash's aiming style. I want to tell you that right now.
I don't either. I cannot stand it. I try not to play her. And according to Dank Monkey, Zen has even said, quote, Ash is a bad hero. But yet we see him here on this right now, absolutely destroying the enemy team, especially the Pharah, and getting the great picks that they need. And it's hard. It's hard to run a Pharah on this point because you're inside, and because there's so many different ways for hit scans to get up. And when you have a Akuma on McCree in the back, and you have a Zentoxin on Ash in the front, you can't see it all. And with 2 excellent hit scans, you hardly stand a chance anyway.
Right. So here it comes, Star-Lord. whiffing his high or his hammer down. That's gonna be huge. Ikio though able to help finish out and secure the rest of these kills, and this is not looking good here for the side of Aether. Oh no, unfortunately Lucifer did pop that ult just a little bit too far, not able to pick up anyone, and Monarch wins this next map. We are tied, folks, 1-1.
It's gonna be one of those nights, Treks. You ready?
I'm always ready.
Pop drops ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I love. Ooh, and Astrin getting the play. Ooh, a Zen getting a play of the game, bro. I love it. I absolutely love it. Ooh, that's just mean.
It is. It is. But you're right. And then that goes back to, you heard that high noon in the background, but honestly, I couldn't even see it when I was watching because I was focused on the payload, and we couldn't see it there in the play of the game. So being in the backline can absolutely help, but when your entire team goes down while you're back there, nothing short of a 6-man ult with that McCree is going to do you a lot of good when everybody just died.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a close game. I'm excited. This is getting me all pumped. It's gonna be a repeat of last night for me, so I'm ready. I'm hype.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this is going. Despite the fact that there are a few fills on either side, they're playing fantastic, and we'll see how it really moves on in towards the later parts of this. So, folks, we have hit the halftime. Please take the time to grab yourself something to drink. If you got to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. If you're over the age of 21, go ahead and drink yourself a beer or a vodka in our honor.
Or a root beer.
Or
like
root beer if you're under the age of 21, okay? It has beer in it, okay? Good.
I am over the age of 21. This just tastes good because it's IBC.
There you go. There you go, Chaotic. You can do that too. So, all right, guys. We'll see you guys in a few, say about 5 minutes.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Do something!
NANI?
Heroes never die.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Happy feet. One more combo. That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco. I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Look at them, look at Ares.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the O.C.C. Scrims Platinum Division, Monarch v Aether, and it is a fantastic showing of skill here tonight. I am joined here with Amara. Amara, we've just been talking about just really how well these matches have been going. I mean, what do you think we're going to be expecting now that we're going to be having Volskaya Industries coming up next, based on what you've seen?
No, I think we're going to continue to see the 222 from Aether working for them, and their hit scans are doing an excellent job against the Pharah, and so I think there's a pretty good chance we'll see that again. I'm not going to count out Goats here either, and I'm not going to count out Ball Triple DPS because I see them all the time, whether they're working or not. Knowing these two teams, especially seeing so many different comps from them throughout O.C.C. and whatnot, I think anything could really go here, but I definitely think we're going to see that 2-2-2.
I mean, 2-2-2 composition's a very standard composition. I think I would like to know what the win average for a 2-2-2 composition is, because I think a lot of people get the notion that if you don't run a 2-2-2, you're throwing. And I don't think it's always that way. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've had matches where I've solo healed as a Mercy, and it's not impossible.
It's not, you're right. And a lot of those changes came about when characters got nerfed and people didn't know how to adjust to that, and so they couldn't make up for whatever ability or healing or damage that they lost. But yeah, a lot of people for a long time thought 2-2-2 was the only thing you could run, and right now we're actually going to see both teams running it, I believe. But a lot of people think if you're not running Goats, you're throwing too, so a lot of it depends on synergy, and that's a big part of scrims that you don't necessarily see in a comp match. So
right, I think people sometimes forget that it's not a ranked play. It's a little bit more than that. So here we go. Zentoxin throwing in a few arrows as the main tanks are looking to get into it. Oh, and that's going to be a huge one there as Bravery does get taken out. But Sora did manage to take out Shazam. That's going to be absolutely huge. So now the Hanzo v Hanzo battle looking to start up, but Sora's got to be careful not to get caught out. Mosaic does get the pick here on Zentoxin. Oh, and you just hate to see it against Star-Lord. Star-Lord just getting sandwiched, man.
We saw the team split two different directions, and that can hurt you a lot. And that's why we saw the Reinhardt go down and the Anna go down, but ultimately the team was able to save the point. But on a point like this, you kind of have to start where they're at right now, and you kind of have to just back up to point, because once you get on the other side of that truck, especially away from your healers, you're leaving them open, you're leaving yourself open, and you're taking away a lot of line of sight for your Zen and your Anna that have to shoot you or have to see you.
Alrighty, so here they go. Next battle is underway, and Lucifer is looking to see who he can land in terms of getting a pick, but Ikeo does manage to get a solid pick here against Star-Lord, and that's going to be absolutely huge. It seems that Aether's going to have to try to figure out an alternate angle in which they're going to hold on. Shazam able to help out Ruby get out in just the nick of time. Yeah, they didn't really offer too many resources to this fight.
And again, teams getting split up is a big thing, and especially when you're seeing both get split up, it's just going to come down to whoever takes somebody out first in normal circumstances. But all they need to do is group up, push in as a group. If the enemy team keeps separating, it should be easy to punish them.
Alrighty, so here they go. Ooh, and that's going to be a nano-boosted Lucifer. Not really able to get much of anything, even though Ruby did get taken out. And that's going to be Aether backed up again. They can't really seem to find an angle to jump in through.
Again, like I said, they're just going to have to go for it. And these may not be the DPS that they need, but they have ults. So if they can just hold off and use maybe a combo with grab, or even just go in and pick off the healers, they should be able to take this point. But like I keep saying, if you don't move in as a group on this kind of comp, then there's not a lot you're going to be able to do, and they don't have a lot of time to do much as it is.
Alrighty, so here they go. Lucifer in that backline, looking to put in a little bit of pressure. That's going to be Sora getting that pick here. Oh, and they're going to be them dragons looking to get a few, and that's going to be the unfortunate Star-Lord getting taken out. Unfortunately, Lucifer is still in that backline, and he is going to get caught out. Ikkyo did manage to pick up the kill, and now only 1 minute remains in the offensive push here for Aether.
You know, that was a good use of ults. I don't think they over-ulted, and they still have a tank ult and a DPS ult, which should help them hold this point with 45 seconds left to go. But the enemy team is about to come online with 5 ults as well, and they have a combo. So unless Kroski can get that Zenyatta ult really fast here, they have nothing to protect against it.
Ooh, great bubble there from Ikkyo. Did manage to do some solid work. Oh, no, but that's going to be what ends that there. Shazam does have that ultimate online, and Syntoxin's got to be careful with Sora. There goes that ult getting dropped. Looking to try to get a pick on someone, but unfortunately, Zen's ult did not land where it should have. Sora did manage to win it's going to be the Hanzo battle, and that's going to be the end of that. Aether unable to get anything in terms of this point.
You know, that bubble was absolutely huge. It kept Lucifer from getting anybody else besides that Zenyatta. Sometimes you just have to switch targets, and sometimes you have to counter shatter.
You see it at the very end. Oh, no. What could have been the saving grace for Aether turned out to be the absolute worst. Bravery getting that counter ultimate on Star-Lord and just completely ending what could have been a monumentous push. So, it's going to be a full hold here. The question is, can Aether force the draw for this map?
I think they can, but like I said, they have to start working as a group and moving as a group. And when you have somebody going into the back line, especially on this map where that's such a long way around, your team has to either wait or has to try to go in 5v6 to start. And by the time you get there, you may be down half your team. So, and we're seeing people on the little house right in front of point with the small health pack. We're also seeing both teams split pretty hard around that, and that's also affecting the team fights. So it's for both teams, whether one team wants to make this a draw or one team wants to win this, is all going to come down to which team can work better as a team and stay together as a team.
Oh, and here we go. It's going to be... It looks like it's going to be a 2-4 composition here coming in from the side of Monarch. I don't know how I feel about this composition.
This is interesting. I'm not going to comment on it. I'm going to see if it works.
Well, I mean, I don't...
They've got time.
Yeah, they've got time to try it out.
They can't lose.
Yeah, so why not give it a shot? And here it goes. And Toxin is going to be playing on the Pharah, trying to get a little bit of that aerial superiority, and it might be to his absolute advantage. So they're going to start raining damage on into some of these shields, and Bravery just looks to start steam rolling his way forward. Star-Lord is going to be the main tank here, trying to hold on. The mech does get lost here by Mosaic. Lucifer realizing he has to GTFO because he can't sustain that battle, but unbelievably these picks are starting to come in favor against Aether. Ruby is going to be the last one to stay alive, but unfortunately not much he can do. Did manage to land that sleep, but Monarch managing to win this.
You know, they had the damage to go against these 4 tanks, but as soon as that Mercy was out, that put your Pharah at a huge disadvantage. I'm pausing to honor the play of the game.
I think it was a huge one, wasn't it? Oh, that's a big one. Left click W. Left, just go.
Hey, at least he didn't hold his shield in front of the grab. Because people do it.
Hey man, sometimes in the heat of the battle, what else are you gonna do?
Exactly. A big thing, I don't know if you noticed in that fight, is when they went in and when Brave came in on that Reinhardt, we did see Mosaic lose that mech, but they were purpled, and Rein and D.Va both attempted to back out. They stayed together, and they moved, and they rotated around to the point as a team, so even losing that mech, once that Mercy was down, they were up in the fight, and they were able to take it, and it was a good take.
Alrighty, so here we go. Moving on to this final one. Let's see if Aether can turn this around and force the game 5, or if Monarch is going to show their superiority and win this particular series. I mean, at this point, it's still anyone's game. But I feel I agree with you there. Aether was having a little bit of difficulty moving together. They were kind of, it seemed like, it's really difficult when you do have, like, I get Lucifer's going for that back line, looking to try to get a pick. But if Lucifer can't force a 5v6 before the battle starts, what is the flanker doing?
You cut out there on my side a little bit. But yeah, if the flanker can't get in and get that pick in the back line, there's no operating like that. Sometimes you just have to come at them from the front.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be that really forward aggression, and then really use that terrain to kind of get through the nooks and crannies to find who it is you're looking for to really go ahead and take them out. And honestly, trying to take out, I think Astrin was playing it was Krosky. Krosky was playing the Zen. Getting Krosky out of that fight ASAP is absolutely important.
I'd like to add on to what I'm being quoted in the Twitch chat. Don't hold your shield up in front of a grab unless you are in the grab. Then you can hold your shield up, by all means. But if it's your team's grab, please don't stand in front of it and just hold your shield there, because I'm going to either assume you're boosted or you're throwing.
Just left click W, man. Left click forehead. That's it. I always think that's great whenever Reinhardt just kind of gets that opportunity. You can just laugh like a madman while you're just beating all 6 players in the head with a hammer. I'm sorry. I think that's just such an entertaining thing.
Okay, this is true. People are... Guys... in Twitch chat. I hate you. I'm disowning all of you. Hammer, I'm never doing an event with you again. Yes, you can get countered shattered from the Rhine that is stuck in the grab, but
I mean, that's a new it's one of those nuanced things about Overwatch. You know what I mean? If you know the enemy Rhine has the ultimate, okay, put your shield up, forehead. If not, swing, forehead. Like, what are you doing? Why would you? It's one of those things. So
in that particular instance, at least he did not hold his shield up, and all of you people in chat you're benched. You're all benched.
It's one of those nuances, because I see Nassif swinging every time there's a grab, so shush. So here we go. This next one's coming up, and there is going to be a Torb coming in from Ikeo. Lucifer gets in just a little too deep and does get taken out a little bit early. So here they go, and that's going to be a quick pick here. They're unable to do much of anything. They've got to figure out how they're going to get around this. Shazam is going to be playing, though, on that Winston. Star-Lord is going to be on that Diva. Shazam just trying to get a little bit of space here, but with Ikeo landing these shotgun shots on him, that's going to be really tough to deal with.
A big thing here is bunker is great. I wouldn't put it here, though. A lot of people that I know have been running it back up at the top corner above the end of the point, and it loses a lot of ground, but if you watch that fight, they lost a lot of ground anyway. And they had to rotate back, and that puts their turret out of commission as well until Ikeo can destroy it and build a new one.
Ooh, and that's going to be a big pick here. Mosaic getting caught in the trap as Lucifer died. So they're going to be at a little bit of a spawn disadvantage. And Sora did switch over to the Widowmaker, so that's going to be absolutely huge. Star-Lord does switch over to the Reinhardt, though. So that could be extremely important, but if and only if Sora isn't landing his shots at this very moment. So here they go. Lucifer trying to be a nuisance, get into the face of the Widowmaker. This battle is ensuing once again as Star-Lord looking to try to push his way forward, but that burn might be more than he can deal with. Brevery does get that ultimate, though, and Xanthoxin's got to be careful not to get his forehead melted. So, Ikeo does pop that ultimate right behind them, and it seems that Star-Lord is just going to be in a terrible spot. Does get shotgunned to death, and it's going to be Ruby able to get out just in time.
Putting that Torvald there was huge. It kept the Zarya from getting out, and the Rhine couldn't back out without dying to it. The Mercy was able to fly back to the Zarya and get out overall, but it was an excellent ult on behalf of Ikeo on the Torb. Torb is amazing. I'm so glad somebody played him tonight.
So here they go, looking to try to finish him off. Ikio has got to be careful, though. Might be a little bit too far, and it doesn't seem like Aether really has much of an answer for it. Star-Lord trying to figure out what angle to come out through. Oh, there, that's going to be a huge one. Oh, no! And that turret does get destroyed ultimately by Astron. Lucifer unable to really get a pick with his ultimate. Star-Lord does get the flank, and oh my god. Does he get deleted? Sora, what are you doing tonight? Did you eat your Wheaties this morning?
You know, that was a beautiful kill. Mosaic was caught in trap. There's only so much you can do when a Junkrat comes flying into your face, especially as a hit scan without that McCree stun. So coming up on that, I thought Mosaic was going to lose that fight, but Sora came in and was able to make a big play there.
And these big plays are going to be absolutely huge. There's only 1 minute remaining, and Aether's got to find some way to get themselves really into this fight. They can't be losing it like this. Lucifer does get the pick here on Sora, and the res does come in, so now they do have a 5v6 situation. Shazam, though, looking to back up his main tank, and they might be able to use that to their advantage as they push their way forward. So Bravery, realizing he has to back off, can't really can't really stay up too far forward. And they're pushing their way on in. There goes that ultimate with them dragons, and Bob just happens to be in one of the worst places humanly possible. Oh, but no, that happens to get the pick here against Star-Lord. And now it's not looking good here for the side of Aether. They didn't happen to hold it for nearly as long as they'd wanted to. They didn't get to cap the point, and that's going to be the end of that. It's going to be Ikio dropping the ultimate right onto the point, knowing they're going for the stall, and there's really nothing they could do at this point.
Akuma's just coming in with that spin to win, having to go in and go out to avoid that, but it worked.
Oh, and that might be the ult that saves the day if they could do something with it. But no, unfortunately they can't. They get absolutely deleted, and Sora is just killing it tonight. What is happening?
Absolutely. You know, you have to, when you're going against a sniper like that, if you're losing the sniper battles more often than not, and with that turret as well, not focusing that, you really just have to dive on top of them and kill them, and they just didn't have the comp to do that. And I'm still mad at all of you in Twitch chat because you know what I meant.
Of course they know what you meant. I have never known Naseev to not troll, ever.
Yeah.
I have never known Naseev to never not troll.
Naseev, you're making me regret letting you sit with us in New York just a little bit.
Ooh, snap.
Just a little bit.
She said no beer for you, boy. I don't know if he drinks beer. I really have no idea. I think he does.
You know, I don't remember what we had. Naseev, you didn't have to start it. Had somebody else not started it, you would have, so we're just going to blame you. All is well. I think they can hold this. I think it's going to come down to their comp, and it looks like they're going to be running bunker comp as well with the Bastion. A big thing here is going to be to keep that Bastion alive, and we're seeing a partial dive on the side of Monarch. But the thing with partial dive against a Bastion, and partial dive in any instance, I don't particularly like, but that partial dive, you don't have that protection for your monkey to get up there and take out that Bastion. You really need that defense matrix, and hopefully when they see that, they'll make that switch.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A Bastion can just melt through anything so long as it has the right sightline. So, here we go. The final hold here for Aether. Can they hold it? Listen, they may not have completed the map, but that doesn't mean that it's completely over. So, here they go. Oh, and the hook does come in from Sora. Great defense matrix, though, coming in from Shazam. Mosaic does take out the immortality field from Central Time as Lucifer is up into the high ground looking to try to get some sort of play going. However, it doesn't seem like any picks are coming in favor of Aether, and it seems like they're just kind of moving it around them.
You know, you have to rotate at the right time, but having that Diva go after Ikio on that Widow kept them from moving back a little bit earlier, and it might actually keep Bastion from getting the protection he needs to stay alive.
Ooh, and that did manage to keep Xanthoxin alive. That might have been a big misstep on his end, though. Ikio does get taken out by Ruby. Don't you just love to see it? Just a little Battle Mercy zing in the death cams. Or in the death.
Always, Battle Mercy is always wonderful to watch, unless she's costing us the team fight. In which case, please don't ever play comp ever again. I cannot leave you on my ban list for that long.
So here they go one more time. Sora is not playing his traditional role as Lucifer does pop his ultimate, and they know it's coming from somewhere. Sora just trying to figure out what angle he's going to take. Astron does find the bomb, though, at his forehead, and it's going to be Aether managing to hold on for just a little bit longer, Xanthoxin just being a real nuisance with this Bastion.
You know, we see this Reaper in the backline, and somebody shot at him. They know he's there. I'm wondering who he wants to focus, though, because Bastion can heal. They have 2 healers. There's an immortality field that can come into play here, and he's by himself. So I'm really curious to see how long he plans to stay in the backline.
Ooh, and Xanthoxin's got to be careful. They do have his name. They do have his number, and EKO did manage to switch over to the Junkrat. That's going to be absolutely huge. And Ruby just getting caught and destroyed, demolished, whatever word you want to use for that one. And it seems that it's going to be against Aether's favor. This is going to be a really, really tough one here on the side of Aether. They've got to do something, and now.
You know, I'm not really sure why they nanoed Krosky on the Zenyatta, but not having anybody on that payload let it push back really, really far and had at least one person been on it. They may have been able to finish it without the enemy team coming back.
Ooh, and that ultimate is going to be huge here from Sora. Does get taken out, though, by Shazam, and it seems that it's going to be Aether jumping on in, looking to try to hold on. Mosaic trying to farm in that ultimate and trying to finish someone off. Lucifer does have that ultimate, takes out Mosaic. Oh, this is going to be a few hefty picks here. Oh, and the res does come in, and that's going to be huge just in time. The remake comes on in, and Aston still tries to hold on, tries to hum in, keeping the dream alive. Bravery, though, comes in, charging, guns a-blazing to try to finish this bad boy off. Xanthoxin knows he is in a precarious position. He has got to do everything in his power to make this work. Bravery sees his angle, though. Oh, no, and they use their ability as a team to just charge on in, taking out their hugest damage dealer, and that's going to be the end of it, folks. That's going to be Monarch able to take this one home tonight, 3-1.
You know, you were right. Xanthoxin knew he was in a bad position, but the big play there wasn't how much he was paying attention. It was that Bravery got ult and waited to use it. You don't always necessarily ult right when you get it. He waited for the perfect time when he could get the most people in that shatter, and then we saw that Reaper come in and finish everybody off. But like I said, I think they could have taken it a little bit quicker, but not having that one person on the payload allowed it to go on and could have cost them the game. Luckily for them, it did not, and it was still very fun to watch.
All right, so we have hit our hashtag player of the match time. Now that we have hit the end of our show here for the Saturday evening, so please have a hashtag for who you think is your player of the match. Amara, who is yours?
Oh goodness. Who got the battle mercy? Was it Ruby?
Yeah.
Just for that one kill, I gotta go with Ruby. Other than that, though, overall, I think Sora, I agree with the chat, I think Sora did an excellent job tonight. Just came in, got the picks he needed, and really good ults. I think just overall he played exceptionally.
Yeah, I want to give that one to Sora as well. Just being an absolute nuisance. A real trouble here for the side of, Aether, really having a tough time to really deal with it. EKO did really well, but honestly, it was able to get a lot of these clean picks and really able to finish things off quite clean. So that is very good. So, folks, we have gone and hit the end of the show here for the night. We really only have one final week before we have our playoffs, and then after that, we're going to be taking our time off for the off season, myself and the admin team are going to be looking over a lot of your suggestions. We do have a suggestion form set up, so please do us a favor, tell us what you like, what you didn't like, and what you might like to change using that form, so that way we know what we can do for you guys, or at least what we can start considering in terms of how we're going to adjust the O.C.C. scrims moving on forward. And then we also do have the meetup, so I will get to meet Amara live and in person, 3 weeks now? Yeah, it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
I believe it is about 3 weeks. And we're only coming to see that video.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Hug him, kiss him, hold him, whatever you want. He's a cute baby. So, yeah, that is what's going to be going in underway. And once again, I do want to thank you guys for coming out to join us. So please, as I always say, tell your mom, dad, sister, grandma, whoever it is that you know, I would really enjoy this. Honestly, the bigger the community gets, the more we can do for you guys, and the bigger things can really grow. Since this has been started, I've met people all over the world, hung out with people from all over the world. I think Mara and I got drunk the other night. Well, but if you want to just,
It was fun for me too. Don't worry.
If you want to just hang out, you know what I mean. This is a really, really great community for that kind of environment. You know, and myself and the admin team, we're always trying to do what we can in order to better the experience for you guys and all the new players who do come on in. So that has been my spiel for the night. Amara, you have anything to say before we leave?
I have no spiel. Sorry.
No spiel? Why you don't have no spiel?
You know, my dog ate my homework.
Shut up. Alrighty, folks. I have been the Loud T-Rex.
I've been a while.